Hello, this is Sharath Kalari with Jessica Jiang from SharePlex Technical Support. Today's topic of discussion is how to run trace on post process. The process flowchart shows the processes and data flow in SharePlex replication. Capture reads Oracle Online Redo logs or archive logs and writes messages into the capture queue. Reader reads messages from the capture queue and fills in the key information and then writes it to the export queues. Export reads messages from the export queue and then sends across the network to import on the target side. Import receives the information and writes to the post queues on the target. Post process main thread reads messages from the post queue and dispatches messages to multiple SQL threads which have multiple Oracle sessions executing DMLs or DDLs inside the target Oracle database. To investigate the post slow issue, you can use trace post command in SharePlex version 8 and above to help diagnose the problem. It gives a summary of overall post speed and where it is spending time on. Additional enhancement for the trace command is included in the version 8.6. By default, it runs for 15 minutes and turns off automatically, and the OPO trace file will be generated under the WADR log directory. You can also specify the duration with minutes and for a specific post queue. Here is how you interpret the trace post output. And here is an example of output from SharePlex version 8.6 trace post. It gives you the average post operations per second and the transaction size. It also gives the elapsed time for this trace output. It tells you how much time is spent in SharePlex with the post main thread reading messages from the post queue and how much time post spends on checkpointing the SharePlex trans table inside Oracle. It tells you how much time post spent in Oracle on execution and commit. They are broken down by operation type such as insert, update, delete, array insert, batch operations, and lob operations. It lists top 5 tables which consume most time during the data collection period by operation type, and it is stored by the average execution time in microseconds. In this example, you can tell there are many short transactions and the average speed is over 446 operations per second, and commit is taking a lot of time at about 82%. You can try setting SPOPO commit no wait to 1 to reduce the wait on commit or tune commit time inside the target Oracle database. In the second example, you can tell that it is spending a lot of time on the lob table with 52% of time spent on insert lob and 13% spent on update lob columns. In this case, you may want to consider moving the lob tables into a separate post queue. Keep in mind that the tables with relationship should be placed in the same post queue. In 8.6 trace, post output combines information from post utilization timers and post timing debug into one summary. You can run trace post periodically to get the baseline of your post performance. Based on this information, you can determine whether the time is spent in SharePlex or Oracle. If time is spent on reading the post queues, then try increasing the SPQ post shim size or tune the WADR disk I/O. Sometimes if the WADR on the NFS mount point is slow, then try moving it to the local disk. If time is also spent on SharePlex trans table, then try ping SharePlex trans table in keep buffer pool. If you're on rack, consider turning off the load balance for the TNS alias used for post connections. If most time is spent on execution or commit in Oracle, we need to further examine the Oracle trace, AWR, and Ash reports. If you're on a OLTP environment with lots of smaller concurrent transactions, you may benefit from Post Enhanced Performance feature that's introduced in SharePlex version 8.6. To turn on this feature, you may need to set the SPOPO dependency check to 1 on the target side. For additional tuning tips on troubleshooting the post slow issue, please check out our video solution, How to Troubleshoot Post Slow Issues, and the KB article 119125. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. Have a wonderful day.